Hi, welcome to the Giving Flower Podcast. I'm Kimber Lolly on Plurk and Ravelry and everywhere. Kimberly in real life. Yeah, here we are again. Podcasting, it's been a while. It's been a long time because there's been a ton of stuff going on and we haven't really had time to podcast. As you can tell, you can hear a little bit. I have a scratchy voice. I'm a little bit sick, but it's getting better. My co-host today is at a friend's house. She decided she needed to go to a friend's house, which I thought was fabulous. So I say, go, and I will do it by myself. She was a little bit bummed because she had a few things to talk about today, but we'll share them next time. Yeah, let's get right to it. The first thing I want to talk about is, I'm sure you've heard, if you're watching me, you're most likely watching other podcasts, and you have heard about what happened this past week. Carrie Steinmetz from Knit Pearl Girl passed away on Monday. Apparently she had a seizure and passed away, and it blew my world because she's a Plurk friend. She's a podcaster I watched. Last weekend I watched all my podcasts and she was one of them, and I chat with her on Plurk, and it just shouldn't have happened. I don't get it. So I was a little bit blown away. It took me a couple days to realize what happened, and yeah, it made me really, really sad. We're all thinking of her. She's in a better place. I totally know that and hope that, and I feel horrible for her family, but they are feeling the love that the knitting community has for all of us, for all the knitters. It is amazing what all the knitters are doing for her family and for her. She will live in our memories forever because she was a wonderful person. She was a sweetheart. She was just a nice person. And I don't know why, but I just felt like one of my friends was taken away, and it's just weird. I don't like it. So the strange thing is, my newest design happened to be in testing, and on that morning, Monday morning, I woke up and I got an email from my mom, my tester mom, who said to me, "Thistle shawl, the pattern looks great. Go for it. It looks fabulous." And I thought, okay, well, I'll wait till the weekend and I have some time to deal with things. I will publish it on the weekend. Well, after finding out that she died, I realized, you know what, I'm going to publish it on Monday in her honor, because, not just because, back when she did one of her designs, she was also a designer. She was a podcaster, she was a knitter, she was a mom. Her son had Asperger's, and all of us with kids that have difficulties in life kind of band together. I just feel a little closer to all these people. She was also a designer, and she had designed this shawl, and it was a Walnut Grove shawl. And when I saw it, I loved it, and I had to buy it. Sorry, guys. Had to buy it. So I went and bought it, and there was a Cal at the time, a knit along. So I knit along, and I knit really fast because I loved it, and it was really special, and it's in a bright, vibrant pink. I just had to have it. And I thought, this is like perfect. It makes me look kind of sick. This guy, I'll show you him later. He's kind of having a problem here. He's a little drunk. He's been having a little bit too much of that Christmas punch. But anyway, so she designed this, and I knit it up. I bought the pattern, and I knit it up in the cowl, and I had such a fun time. I thought it was wonderful. So this was the pattern that I bought from her originally. So that's why I'm wearing it today. I think it's just regular sock yarn that's in a bright pink that I just love. So that's one of my favorites. And the reason, okay, so I knit this pattern, and I thought, you know what? I have ideas in my head. If this person, she's a podcaster, she's a mom, she does all these things, if she can write patterns and put her ideas on paper, why can't I do it? And that's what I did. And that's what started my Blue Ivy. I thought, if she can do it, so can I. Because she seemed so normal to me. She was a down-to-earth, wonderful person who has everyday problems. All these other designers, I'm like, oh my gosh, way up. She just seemed normal to me, and I thought, I can do it too. And she was my inspiration. Honestly, she was my inspiration to start designing. And I love designing. Even if no one knits it, it's so much fun for me to design to knit it up, to write up the pattern. Writing up the pattern is so much fun. I know it's the strangest things. It's a lot of work. And at some point I will go through the steps and what it takes to write up a pattern. To design it, to knit it up, and to write it up. So when you say, oh my gosh, $5 for a pattern, that's ripoff. Because there's so much work that goes into a pattern. And I completely agree. Of course, on Plurk I put up a little note saying, you know, because sometimes I think $7 or $8 for a pattern I think is really expensive. Unless it's a sweater with a lot of graphs and a lot, you know, and different sizes. I can understand that. But like a shawl pattern for $8? I don't know. $5 is kind of my limit. Unless it's a big, huge, round shawl with a ton of graphs and a lot, you know, that I can understand. But there's a lot of patterns out there where I go, $8? Well, you know. But to be honest with you, I would probably pay it too. Sorry, there was some bug. I would pay that too if I saw it for $8, something for $8, and I loved it. I would buy it. So, oh well. So anyway, so I have, in Carrie's honor, I have published my thistles pattern, and here it is. Now, this is my thistle shawl, and it's in skein silk cashmere, and it's wonderful. It's fabulous to wear. Oh, I love it. And it just drapes. It's 2 skeins of skein. 2 skeins of skein. And here it is. And it just drapes on your shoulders, and it just lays, and it's wonderful, and I love it. So that was my newest. I've dedicated it to her. Now, thistles are the Scottish emblem. It's the sign of Scotland. And one of my, we call her the evil twin. I'm the good twin. She's the evil twin. Yeah, we're buddies. We are the opposite. We look the opposite. Julie. Hi, Julie. She's in my knitting group. She lives in Berlin. She is from Scotland. And I have dedicated this to her because she is my Scottish friend and thistles are Scottish. So, yeah. Anyway, the reason I call it thistles is because I think each one of these looks like a little thistle. And if in the pattern, Alita drew a picture of a thistle so that you can see what a real thistle looks like and what these look like. And I got this from a book. It was the Lotus Blossom, and I even knit a sweater with this pattern in it. It said Lotus Blossom. No, they're not Lotus Blossoms. These are thistles. Get the name right. But anyway, so here it is, and I adore it. And it's up on my Rav page. You can go find it. Yeah. So that's that, and I dedicated this to Carrie because, yeah. And also, another thing that she started, and I'm sure you've heard about this, is wrapping. Random act, instead of random act of kindness, it's random act of pattern. And random act of pattern means that you, on Tuesdays, and she started this whole thing, and I think it's a great idea. Of course, I have very little money. I just can't spend money like that. But one thing I can do is a random active pattern with my own pattern. So when I published this, I wrapped, I think, about 20 to 30 people with the pattern. So, and that was on a Tuesday, so it was kind of perfect. I think it was a Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday is when I found out, or was it Monday? Anyway, on Tuesdays is when she random acts a pattern. And so I decided that I would gift a bunch of people, a lot of podcasters, because I just want podcasters to know how much we care about them and that we're there, and this is the only thing I can do. So I tried to do this. What I'm going to do is on my thread in Ravelry, there is a Giving Flower podcast thread. I'm going to open up a random act of pattern thread, and what I'd like you to do is say what your favorite pattern of mine is, if you don't have it. Because on Tuesdays, I will go through and I will pick someone that I can random active pattern. And then I can send one of my patterns. I don't know how many I have now. I have the Judy Bee and Thistles and a couple more of these little guys up there. And if one of those patterns strikes your fancy, write it in the thread. And I will random active pattern you in Carrie's honor. I feel really sad. I didn't even know her in person. But I feel sad. I'm just sad. And there's a cat behind me. Oh, she's going to sit on the moose. See, I'm accompanied by the moose today. And she's going to sit on the moose. See, she's camouflaged in the moose. So she's making her little bed back there. Kind of cute. Anyway, don't want to hear about cats. So Go to my Ravelry thread, the Giving Flower podcast. Random active pattern. On Tuesdays, I will pick somebody and I will wrap you. They have been drinking eggnog. You guys, would you just... And that's not the cat. Chicky, what is going on here? All right, sit. Sit. Good girl. Now, so that's... And I want to send out a few thank yous. One of them is from Little Rhea Hen. She's Rhea from the UK. She wrapped me the week before with a Creature Comforts cardigan. Oh my, I love that thing. I saw that Wendy had made it on Knit One Heart 2, and I loved it. So I want to knit that at some point. I want to knit everything. And no, I can't. I want to knit that at some point, and I totally love it. And I don't have it printed out here, or I could show you it. But Wendy knit it, and it looks so cozy, and it's totally my thing. So thank you so much, Rhea, for that wrap. You're wonderful. Heaven Joy, Kareen from Austin, Texas. I don't know how you'd say it. I wanted to say the accent. I'm not going to do the accent. I love accents. My kids love when I do accents in school, but I'm not going to do one here because it would be crazy. She sent me the glove guide. She wrapped me on Tuesday, which was very, very sweet. She wrapped me with the glove guide from the Rainy Sisters Designs. It's just a guide about gloves. I love mittens and gloves. I have a design for one in my head for a mitten. It's, simple thing, but I really want to do it. Of course, there's so many that I want to do, and I keep doing other things, so I will at some point. But she sent me this, which was really cool. There was something else I wanted to say, but I forgot. I will jump. You know me, I jump anyway. Oh, about thistles, really quickly. Yarn Over Berlin is a online, if you watched my Linstow outtake, scary roller coaster ride last week, you saw yarn from Yarn Over Berlin. They're an online store. Two of my best buddies, they started this yarn store, and they want to make a yarn store at some point, but right now they're just online. They have the most gorgeous yarns, and it's so fun to get together because they sometimes bring their yarn with them, and I'm always the one to say, bring it, so we can touch it and feel it, because I'm not an online buyer, but when I touch it and see it, oh, I just can't resist. Anyway, that's where I bought this yarn, and because they're my buddies, and because I adore them, I would like to gift this pattern to anyone who buys 2 skeins of the cashmere lace. So anyone who buys this yarn to buy this shawl, to make this shawl, gets the pattern for free from me. So just PM me if you've bought it, and somehow we'll figure it out. I think you can write a message to them as well, telling that you want to buy this. But if there's anyone in Germany, I don't know how many people watch me. I don't do, I've got, I think, 100 people in my Rav group, and I don't know. I know some people are from Germany, but I don't know. But if there's anybody who buys yarn from them, just thought I'd let you know this pattern's for free if you buy yarn from them, because I like to help out everybody. I think everybody helps everybody. It's wonderful. I think this is so cool how everybody can, I help them and they help me. They give me yarn every once in a while, and then I can design with it and tell you guys how awesome it is. And I think the yarn kind of makes this gorgeous. But anyway, so go ahead and visit them and see what they have. They have a lot of stuff. Madeline Tosh, they import it from the States, and it's awesome because we can't get it anywhere else here. So it's kind of nice that we can do that. So what else? Those are my thank yous. Thank yous for my wraps. Like I said, I'll open up a thread. I just want to say hi, Gisela. Hi, Gisela. She's always saying to me, when are you going to do a podcast? So I'm doing one now. He's goofy. She's goofy. So hi, Gisela. Cutie. Do you want to see what I am working on? I have been knitting. It's been 2 weeks. And I'll talk to you about Linstow in a minute. But I just want to show you what I'm knitting. Now, remember the Woodburn cardigan that I've been working on? She is going along wonderfully. Love it. The heck? Oh yeah, that's a bag. Here it is. I finished the body. I don't know if I've shown this or not. Here's the body up until the sleeves. Here's the back. It's gorgeous. This is Turtle Pearl Yarns. The most gorgeous. She does a fabulous dye job. Love it. Can't wait to wear this, but it's been put on the back burner. While I was in Linstow, that's what I worked on. It's in my big, huge fun bag with a fox on it that I made. I finished 2 sleeves. Here they are. And I showed you a sleeve in Linstow, but here's the other sleeve. But I haven't worked since then. And I think 2 weeks ago we got the next part of the pattern, which is the yoke. And I haven't worked on it since because I've been doing other stuff. And I'll show you what I've been doing. Oh, I wanted to show you this. I made these. Somebody, I forget what they're called. I'm not sure what they're called. It's expensive for me. I can't order in Etsy. I would love to buy and buy and buy and buy. I just can't. Every once in a while I will buy patterns because I sell some patterns, and that allows me to buy patterns and buy yarn, but I don't have unlimited funds at all. So what I like to do is make stuff on my own, because I do like to knit. And so I made this, a little needle noodle. I love it. And I even put snaps on it, and I'm horrible at the snaps. And it's really cool. You just stick your, and I'm a double point fan. Can't help it. I love them. Double point needles are my favorite. Can't get away from them. So, and of course wood I love as well. Oh, and look, Red Hat Knitter. I've been knitting with your stitch markers there. They aren't they cute? They're 2 little red hats. Anyway, so she made this for me. So here it is, and you just stick it in, and you snap it closed, and it's the best thing in the whole world because you do not lose your needles. You don't pull them out, and they don't fall out in the back. A little cupcake fabric that I bought. There it is. So, made these. I made one for Alita, one for me. And I think it's so cute. But, yeah. So, that's what I've been working on there. And, oh, another thing. Christmas is coming. Now, you know me. I'm a selfish knitter. I'm very selfish. You know that, right? And, selfish as I am making a Christmas present. Who? For whom, you ask? For my mom. Because I adore my mom. So it is. And I'm making another baby. Yes, I am making a baby. And I have been working on this baby, also in Linstow. We have the back and the front of the baby. It's done. It's going to be a little baby. I'm using a little different yarn this time. I made a baby last time. And this yarn is a little bit thinner and smaller needles. So this baby's going to be smaller. But I have enough yarn for 2 babies, which is totally cool. So I'll probably make another one. So here's the body. And then we have a hand and an arm. We have body parts. Should have warned you. Body parts. You have a stomach that can't handle it. Look away. Here's another one. Another little body part with a hand and a thumb. Look at that little thumb. Isn't that cute? And then there's a head in here too. Watch out, the head's coming up. Now, this is all knit flat. And at first it scared me. I thought, oh my God. Sorry, I'm flipping the head around. It's got a nose. Look at the little pug nose. At first I thought, oh goodness, I'm going to have to seam this whole thing. Now, I had been doing the mattress stitch wrong my whole life, which is kind of silly. This, making the first baby, it's been wonders. It's been such a learning experience because I made the mattress stitch perfectly. I was so excited. I did half the baby, my other baby that I knit, Constance. It's Constance by Rhiannon McCullough. It's in my Ravelry page. It's an awesome pattern. It's a really well written pattern. She did a great job. I don't know how she thought of this, but she did. But putting the first one together, I realized how. I don't know the mattress stitch. But now I ripped the whole thing out. I did half of the baby in mattress stitch, ripped it out because it looked horrible, and redid it, and it's great. And I realized I was doing it wrong, and I did it right, and it looks so much better. So this has to be I'm sorry, I'm playing with a baby's head. Body parts. I need to sew them together. I just have the ears to do and the diaper, and I'm done knitting this. And I can sew it together, and then my mom has a Christmas present, because that's for my mom. This is the diaper color, bought white. So for my mom, I'll do anything, and she likes dolls as much as we do. So I'm sending these off. I'm going to send that baby off to her. So that's what I've been knitting, working on. And I've also have a couple finished projects I have, and this one is the drunk elf. He's not really drunk. He sure acts it though. I designed him. I've never really designed it. I'm not a big stuffed animal knitter at all. The thing is, I went online because I'd heard about this, the Elf on the Shelf book, and I thought it was the coolest thing, and I went on Amazon, and it was 30 euros. 30 euros? I can't afford 30 euros for a book and a doll. I can't do it. I'll make my own. So I did. And here he is, and I adore him. I think he's so cute. Look at his little ears. He's got the little pointy ears. He's awesome. Very easy. I use one of the, oh, and I didn't bring it over. Anyway, I have a little I-cord maker. It's one of those things where you go, it's from Inox. I think Inox is what it's called. And you just go, and it comes down and it makes an I-cord. It's great. So I made a huge long I-cord for the legs and the arms. I cheated. It's just how it is. And I love I-cord. I'm just an I-cord fan, complete I-cord fan. And so his eyes are a little funny. All different sizes. But you know, nobody's perfect. So here he is. And he's got I-cord for the shawl and I-cord for... And I made his little hands flat because he can stick on to stuff and touch stuff. Look. Cool, huh? I like that. So, and the story behind him is... Made him a little hat. I tried to make him look like the real elf. The story behind him is that he apparently... I've never read the book. So this is my own. His name is Sean, by the way. Sean the Shelf Elf. And he comes, every night he goes to visit Santa, and then during the night and during the day he watches and makes sure the kids are being very good. And I told my kids the story, and we're playing along because it's fun. We do these things. And every morning you have to look for him. So he's hiding somewhere. So every day I'm going to put a picture of where he's hiding. Yesterday he was hiding in my lavender in my kitchen. And the kids have to find him, and he watches, and he reports back to Santa to tell if they've been good or not. And I put popcorn in. And one of my podcasts I heard popcorn. I was going to put rice in to give him weight. So he does. He sits. Look at that. He sits. I was going to put rice in, but I was scared the rice would go through. You know, if you have any bigger holes in the bottom, because the bottom's flat. And I thought rice would go through. So popcorn. I put popcorn kernels in. It's cheaper than those plastic pellet things. Everyone's got popcorn kernels. And you put a little bit in, like 40, 50 grams of popcorn. And then filling, and he sits really nicely. And then you can do whatever you want with his legs. It's kind of fun. That's why I like the I-cord legs, because you can just... Wait, there's a camera in front. It's hard for me to see. So this is Sean the Elf, the Shelf Elf. And I wrote a little letter, and Alita did a drawing for me around the edges of it. It's a little letter telling what Sean does, and yeah. And if you want, you can make your own, and then you don't have to spend so much money. He's so cute. Totally love him. I do. I'm mom. I just love my child. So here he is. And Nikolaus, St. Nikolaus, is on the 6th of December. And from now until the 6th of December, he is half price. I've made him $4 for the pattern. He's been tested by 4 people, I believe. And he should be pretty good. The pattern should be fine. If you are a podcast watcher and you put in Shawn, capital SHAWN, in the coupon code, you will get him for half off. So you get him for $2. The pattern's $2. How can you not? And you got to knit him fast. I knit him in 2 days because you got to have the Shawn. Too cute. And Yvonne, my mom, she knit one that's just adorable, and her picture is so cool. I love the picture, Yvonne. You did a great job. Great job on your Shawn. So, there he is. He's all up. Like I said, coupon code Shawn. Go get your pattern. There he is. So, he's awesome. And he's drinking. Let's put him back because he's drinking. And then today, or yesterday, I made another little guy, and I don't know what you guys think of this thing. I wanted to make a snowman, but I thought a snowman's kind of boring. So I made a melted snowman. He's melting. This guy is melting. As you can see, his arms don't fit. He's got stick arms and a little top hat. And he's kind of sad because he's melting. And his buttons are all off. Yeah, because he's melting, he's not really a snowman anymore. I had originally, in the pattern, Used short rows to put his head in the back, but I just didn't like how it was turning out. It was bothering me, so I ripped it out and I put the head in the middle. I think he's so cute. And I haven't had him tested. I just finished him today. So if you want to test him, let me know. Send me a message. Yeah, it's really easy. I mean, like I said, I started yesterday and I finished today. I'm kind of like that. I have to kind of get it done. So he's got a little top hat and a little carrot nose. I embroidered the face. The two of them are embroidered, their faces. But he has buttons. You could embroider buttons on there too. You can do whatever you want. And he's got stick arms. That, oh no, I'm melting. Oh. Okay, sorry. Okay, we'll put him back. So he's the melting snowman. Melting snowman. She's on the podcast. Melting snowman. So go check him out. I adore that little face. What do you think of that little face? Look at that. With the little carrot and the buttons. Okay, anyway. It's kind of fun. Alita and I are having fun. She'll show you them again next week. So there they are. They're buddies. They both have the same arms. So that's what I've been working on. Those are my projects. That's why Woodburn Cardigan by Carol Feller is kind of on hold right now. But I can show you one more thing really quickly. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Linstow last week. I was at Linstow and I brought my bags. I've been sewing and I had 7 and I sold quite a few, which is great because I got the money for the fabric back. So I still have to do some more sewing because I have a ton of fabric. I have some Christmas bags. Look at these. Aren't these adorable? And this one has one pull on the side and it has little Christmas men. And it's a little bit of a thicker fabric. It's kind of like a canvasy type stuff. And it pulls closed. And I love these. These are my favorite. I need one for myself. All of my bags have a little carabiner on them so that you can clip it on you if you need to. And I always put a little card, handmade by Kimberly Gintar, The Giving Flower. The price, these are 20 euros. And I've got a little Kitchener stitch help that you can stick in your wallet. It's a little laminated Kitchener stitch thing. So this is one of my bags that I made. Totally love, 20 euros. If you are interested, I'm not really in the mood to send stuff because I always worry about stuff getting lost in the mail, and that's like a stressor for me, and that's why I love to sell stuff to people who I see. But if you really, really want a bag, let me know, and we'll see what we can do. I have to go to the post office and see how much it would cost to send it wherever you are. But I could do that. I think I could. I have another one. Here's the second one. Just let me know what you think. 20 euros. I'm not sure how much that is in dollars if you're calling from the States. Once again, this one has a Kitchener stitch on it. And it's got this is the price tag. The Giving Flower. Little thing my cold is getting. I gotta stop talking. The Giving Flower. My little tag. And then, Julie, we're going to do a yarn swap. She is holding my yarn. She went to Wollmeise and she bought me 2 skeins of yarn. One is for my swap and one is for me, and she's holding them hostage because I haven't seen her forever. It's kind of a bummer. But we will see each other soon because it's Christmas and she better get her butt to my house. Julie, I don't think she watches, but if she does, you better get your butt to my house. She has taken one of these and I'm not sure which one. I think she wanted a big one. This is the big bag. It's blue. And this is very soft. This fabric is soft and it's light so that you can see what's inside really easily. It has 2 drawstrings on the side and the same carabiner and Kitchener stitch thingy on it. This is a big one, and the big ones are 30 euros. And then we have a medium one. It's a little bit wider. I kind of just do the sizes as I go. I don't really have a way. But this one I think is really pretty. It's green and blues. Can you tell I like blue? Same thing. Carabiner on the side. And I think she's taking the big one. I can always make her another one. But I think she's taking the big one in exchange for my yarn that's being held hostage for one of the yarns. But this one is 25. So I've got 2 for 20 and 1 for 20 if you're interested. I know it's expensive. Fabric in Europe is incredibly expensive. That's why prices are higher here. I was amazed when I went back to the States and I could get yarn. I could get fabric for $10, and here it's 20. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But I got this stuff at IKEA, and once again, this is stiffer material. It's nice. And they're all washable. You just have to take the carabiner off. They're all washable. They're all washed and dried already. So you can wash and dry these. They won't shrink. And they're all top stitched and fairly decent job because I got my sewing machine fixed. It's broken. But she's fine now. She's healthy now. So these are for sale. If you're interested, let me know. Put it in the mail and send it off. But I could. I've got to make more. I'm going to make more at some point. I also have a swap to do, and I need to make some bags for that swap too, so we'll see. I just haven't gotten to it because I want to design, and I have a shawl idea in my head that woke me up the other day at 5 in the morning. On Friday morning, I woke up at 5 in the morning with this idea because I'd been working on it for a week and it wasn't working. And I thought, why don't I just do it this way? And I haven't been able to get to it because these two have been taking my time. They're not reacting to me. They're just hanging. So I got to get back to the shawl thing. So that's what I've been sewing. Oh, I forgot to say. For Carrie, one more thing. Go buy her patterns. I went out and bought the Lady Edith because I love this one. I went out and bought this. There's a cowl going on. I don't have time to knit these shawls with everybody because I want to get my designs out. But I love this one and I'm going to knit it at some point. The Lady Edith. So I went and bought this and the money is going to her family. So go buy some Carrie Steinmetz stuff. This is what I bought. Here's the glove guide. Oh, another thing. Oh my gosh, I am such a sucker for any kind of mystery knit. Joji. I think it's Locatello. I don't know. Her name's not on here. She's awesome. She's one of my favorite designers because she just whips them out, whatever. Cool stuff, cool stuff. She has one going on. It's a mystery knit with Joji. Bought that too. I don't have yarn for it though. I'm going to go to Yarn Over Berlin, I think, and see. Hopefully. If they sell a bag or two, I'll go get some yarn for this one. So, you want to knit that with me, please feel free because that's what we're going to be doing. Okay, I'm rubbing my nose. I'm scratching my nose. I always do it. I don't know why. Am I nervous? I don't know. So, that's it. I told you about... Oh! I didn't talk to her about this. Rarian from the... Oh my gosh. I wanted to say another thank you. It's been forever. Hang on. Where is it? I am looking for my little tackle box. Remember last time I was sitting... Oh, right in front of me. Here it is. Tackle box from, it says Kim's Knitting Notions. We've put a label on this. This is my tackle box from Yvonne, Red Hat Knitter, and it is full of good stuff, right? Now, wait until you see what I got. And Alita and Alexander, we got, and Alita will show hers next week, from Knitting 365, these little adorable stitch markers, and I love these. These are so cool. The moose is moving. Oh, it's the cat. Are you moving? She talks, by the way. Listen. What? Listen to this. Who do you love? Mom. See? It was Mom. She said Mom. Anyway, we have stitch markers. Oh my, they are so cool. Snoopy and a butterfly. You can't see, I'm sure. But they're right. You can't see. Snoopy and a butterfly. Oh, a little breast cancer thingy, majooey. Made with love. Here's a really cute one. Butterflies, ladybugs. They're just so cool, and they took the time to make these and send us. And Alita got a set, I got a set, and Alexander got a set. So, here, this is a little spinning wheel. So cute, stitch markers, and I do love my stitch markers. So I've got them in my little box. Thank you guys. You guys rock. Love these. I love these. They're so cool. Of course, I sent her a couple patterns because I just love it. I love stitch markers. Stitch marker problem. It's like a pattern problem and a yarn problem. I've got lots of problems. But I've got them all in here. This thing is rockin' full. But thank you guys. Vampy on Plurk and Rarian, they sent these. So thank you guys very, very much. And Rarian wanted to start a softy cowl, I believe, with Alita. And I talked to Alita about this, and I was thinking maybe we should all do it because we've got some softies here that I've been doing that we can put up. Let me know. Marianne, if you want to start, and I'll open a thread, and we can all start a little softy cal and go in through January. That'll be a good time to do it when everybody's like done with Christmas knitting. So thank you guys very, very much. I've been waiting 2 weeks to say thank you, or 3 weeks even. I got those a long time ago. But everything else has happened. Last week, no, 2 weeks ago, I went to Linstow, a retreat now. Went to retreat in Linstow, which is about an hour and a half north of here, on your way to Hamburg. And I went with 24 other people, I think 23 other people from all over Germany were there, and it was a fabulous weekend. From Friday night until Sunday, food was made for us. There's a cook. Oh, and Yvonne, I never answered your question, I don't think. There was a cook there, and he made breakfast, lunch, and dinner, plus cake and coffee in the afternoon. Not too bad looking. I mean, nice guy, the cook. Very nice guy. And we did nothing but knit because there was nothing else to do but knit and go for walks and take pictures and knit and sit around and knit and chat and knit and chat. And that's why last week I took my iPhone because I didn't know how else to do it. I had used my little camera, but the speaker, I kept saying speaker, the microphone wasn't working. So I took my iPhone, which is brand new to me. This is it, my iPhone. I've got 2 covers for it. I bought this really pretty cover. Isn't that pretty? My new iPhone. This is my baby because I've never had one of these toys. We got a really, really, really good deal on a 4S, and so I got one. Too cool. But it makes videos, and I was so psyched. And that's why that video, I'm sorry it made you sick, but it was brand new. I bought an app for it. It's a video app. I'm not sure which one it is. It is called Movie Pro. And I don't know, but Stephen West is coming to Berlin next week. And we are hoping to go to a restaurant with him, and I am hoping to get a little bit of footage on here. So I will take this with me again, and I promise that I will try to do better than last time and not make you so sick, to show you a little bit. But anyway, back to Linstow. So we were in this big, huge mansion. It's a renovated mansion, and all we had to do was knit. Now, this mansion is a couple hundred years old, so I asked the owner, and the cook I get to talk to, sorry, I asked the owner, are there ghosts? What do you think? Now, this started a whole thing because I like the whole story of ghosts. They freak me out, totally freaks me out. I've never seen one, I don't think. I don't know, wait a minute. And so I'm always into the ghost stories. And last time when we were in Linstow, one of my friends that was there, she's from England, she was saying, don't talk about ghosts because she lived in a house that was haunted. She was pushed down the stairs. They weren't very nice ghosts. And she told me all sorts of stories. Rooms would be very cold. It would be summer, and there would be ice on the inside of the windows in the house that she lived. This is good that Alita's not there because she gets freaked when I tell these stories. There was ice on the inside of the windows. That's how cold it was. And her mom and dad had seen a monk that was half in the floor and half, he was just standing there, and then all of a sudden he disappeared. So she was telling me stories, and I was like all freaked out. And then of course I had to sleep alone in my room. I was asking everybody if they'd sleep in my room with me because I was terrified in this big, huge mansion. What if there are ghosts? Well, I talked to the owner this time, and I said, are there ghosts in this? Because, of course, I want to freak myself out. I get freaked out, but I want to get whatever. And he said, could be. Could be. So he said that there were a man who worked there and the owner of it. And the owner said he feels like he's not alone when he's in there alone at night. And the other guy said that when he was painting in one of the rooms, he fell off the ladder, but he didn't do anything. He didn't hurt himself because he felt like somebody was there to stop him, to help him. And in this one certain room, he's always felt very good, and that's where he likes to sleep because he feels like there's a good presence there, a ghost there. And this is like intriguing to me. I'm like, oh, interesting. Well, at one point, of course, I could be in my head. I'm sure it is. I don't know. But at one point, I went to the bathroom. Now, in these houses, you have doors everywhere because they're, big halls and big high ceilings. So the heat, which comes from wood-burning furnaces, wood-burning stoves and stuff, you can't have everything open because you'd be heating nothing. So all these halls have big doors and it's all dark and everything. Well, I went to go to the bathroom in one of the halls, And I went in, closed the door, locked it, went to the bathroom, went to open it again. Wait, no. I turned off the light first. No, I unlocked it, turned off the light, couldn't get the door open. It would not open. So I flipped the light back on, and it opened. It was weird. I was like, okay. And I didn't think anything of it. I thought, okay, now whatever. I was walking by the hall, and there was a door on the right with a glass panel. And through there's another big hall where the front door is, and then off that was an apartment where my room was. I walked by, looked through the window into that big room, and there was a person walking with me, the same speed as me, white hair, and he or she, I don't know, it was weird, had white on, was kind of hunched over. I don't know any more than that. And it freaked me out. I went, oh, as I walked by, and I thought that was my reflection. So I walked back, and I walked again, and I didn't see it again. And I walked back, and I did it 5 times. I did everything. I jumped up and down. Nothing. So I saw something walking in that other room with me. It was weird. I don't know if it was anything. It could be my brain, because you know what doesn't work well. It could be playing with me. But it was kind of cool. So that's my ghost story for Linstow. Now I'm going to open a thread, and I want you to tell us your ghost story. What ghost stories do you have? Because I love ghost stories. And also write and tell me if it's okay if I read them here. If I can read a couple ghost stories every once in a while, because it's fun. Anyway, so go and tell us your ghost story. If you want. If you have any. I don't know. Maybe if you don't have any. What you think of ghosts. Whatever. So I will open a thread for the ghost stories. That's it. Okay. So that was my Linstow trip. It was fun. We had a great time. Of course, I had to sleep alone 2 nights, and it was creepy. But it was okay. I managed. Anyway, that's it. Oh, one more thing. I was telling you about the app, and I just wanted to tell you, and I was watching Sock Bunny Knits this morning, and she was telling us about an app called Knit Evenly. And of course I got it. It's 89 cents, I believe. And it's really cool, and she showed it, and you can go watch hers if you want to see how it works. But it's really cool because if you have to divide evenly over the row and you never know how to do it, even if you're designing or whatever, and you need to, add 6 over 90 stitches, this is a calculator that calculates it for you, which I think is really cool. I also like Woolly. I know a lot of people don't. I think it's great. You can do a lot with it. I like to be able to look at my projects really quickly when I'm out and about, and I don't have much bandwidth. No, I don't have much internet usage on this. I do, but I want to be careful because I have a limited amount. Let's just say that much. So I like my Woolly and Yarma. Yarma is fabulous. You can take pictures with your camera, with your phone, and you can upload it right into Ravelry. But this is so cool. So those are the apps. One more app is Ticket to Ride. It's bad. I'm not a game player at all. I love Ticket to Ride. We have the board game, and it's so much fun. You make trains from one city to another, and it's just so fun. And I bought the app. Actually, it was free one weekend, and I downloaded it because it was free. I don't think it's very expensive, but it's a really fun game to play on this. It's like a 7-minute game, and then if you have like 7 minutes, like if you're sitting alone and waiting for someone for 7 minutes, play a quick game. It's kind of fun. So that's what I could recommend. And I think I've talked enough. My voice is horrible. I think I've thanked everyone. Yeah, that's about it. I'm looking at my notes because you know me, I can't keep anything in my head these days. It's been busy, and I hope I haven't forgotten anything. But go over and check my Ravelry group out. Like I said, sign up for the rap thread, for the ghost stories thread, and anything else. Okay? And we will keep Carrie in our thoughts. And we're going to wrap some more on Tuesdays, although I keep kind of doing it every once in a while. I keep thinking, oh, I'll send that person. I'm just bad. I got to make money, and yet I like to give my patterns out, but it's fun. So there you are. Thank you for watching. If you're watching this on iTunes or someplace, go visit at the I don't think I'll put the note. I always say I'll put show notes up, but I don't. I'm bad. I'm lazy. Because by the time he edits it and everything else, yeah. So it's a long one today. Sorry about that. I'm alone, and I made it super long. But go visit me at thegivingflower.podcast.de, or the other way around. I'm not sure. That's it. Come visit me in Ravelry. Oh, and sign up for my designer group too if you want. And I have a list of people that want to test knit stuff. Oh, I don't have any test knitters for this guy yet. If you want to test knit it, it's done. I didn't think I'd write it up, but I did, because that's what I do. I didn't know if he'd turn out to be anything, but I think he's kind of cute. And they've been very good this whole time. Very good, and the cat's asleep. So, thanks for watching. See you next week. You guys stay safe. Don't let anything happen. Bye.